Hey guys, this is Sirius, and we're back with Dungeons & Dragons Online. This is a little bit of gameplay. I'm just going to give you a little tidbit about what we got on a Reincarnated Dragonlord. Now, this was my tank, and I reincarnated it because I wanted to maybe fix it up to be a little bit better prepared. Gear set for Epic, maybe to get some of those EPLs, the Epic Past Lives. So, for starters, this doesn't look exactly like a character as you would start the game because it's a little bit advanced on the reincarnation. And I wanted to go over some of the stuff that I typically dump on my reincarnated characters. First of all, you're going to have your Quiver of Alacrity, which is going to give you the Striding 30. It's going to help a lot in the lower levels when you don't have that Striding. If you don't have the Quiver, you should just go with these boots, the Boots of Dashing. Use your XP as your retreat, at least it'll get you to 25%. But these boots I particularly use because of the Mythic and Reaper ratings. Now this is a strength build, so I put some strength gloves on. Again, a Reaper bonus. I've got a couple of rings that give me some mythic bonuses. I've got defensive wrist with, again, a Reaper on it, and it gives me some sheltering. Little blindness immunity never hurt anyone, so I've got that. I've got another mythic boost on this charisma helmet, and then I've got a thin black cloak with more mythic on it. Now I didn't really have the time or care to dig for trinkets or a belt. You don't want to waste too much time in the beginning here. Other stuff that I had transferred over is I've got all my potions. You've got to have your potion set of the Magic 5, the Resto, the Blindness, the Poison, the Curse, and the Disease. I've also got my Teleport, which takes me to the Marketplace, but if I'm in a pinch and I really want to join a group, I've got these cookies that can get me where I want to go really fast. I also happen to have the Cursed Blade in case things go haywire, because sometimes they do. And I also actually have a Bound Character Sibber's Cake if that really doesn't work out. Additionally, the Harper Pin helps if you get tripped or held and things are not looking really good. I don't have a dog or a pet that I could pop, so that could be pretty helpful in a lot of cases. A couple of heroism potions left over, and that's about it. I've got my Nicked Greatsword ready for level 2, but in the meantime I'm just using a Holy One Keen at level 1. I would use a two-hander if I had a good one, but this one looks to be better than the Ember that they started me with. Additionally, I've got a Feather Falling Ring, because you don't want to die from falling, and I've got my Tiara of Jump in case I need to jump higher than normal for any particular reason. So, that said, here I am starting out after I went and hit my guild ship. You know, I got the Jin's boost just for the fun of it, but I've got my buffs, and I'm just going to go in here and have a nice relaxing time grinding Korthos. If you have any questions, go ahead and post them. I'll respond to all the questions. Alright, you know what? I didn't get a hireling. And that's something that's kind of critical. Not because you need the help, but because it helps with the speed. Additionally, I've also got my horse. I would recommend that if you haven't played hardcore, that you play hardcore just to get your horse. The hardcore horse is faster than the horse you get for Borderlands. Alright, let's grab Byron, who's always my favorite here. And I'll drop him down into this one. Give me one more Byron just for the fun of it. That way I won't have to come back in case I need to pop somebody for the help. Alright, moving back in. Boom, boom, boom. Here we go. I'll hit the reset because it's already loaded. And then boom, elite, enter. Alright. Byron helps you to just finish things off quickly and get through the quest a little faster. Alright, let me pass. Set Byron to aggressive. I am also set to aggressive. I got all my stuff turned on. Got a couple of EPLs right here. Got my Bond of the Fallen because I'm an Aasimar race. Knock down that guy. Byron's doing his work. I don't want that chest because it's full of garbage. I've reached a point where I'm not going to be doing chests that I know are not in my best interest. And that is because selling garbage junk just for gold is not something that I'm interested in anymore. What have I got? 3.5 million. So the economy is pretty much broken in this game. Gold is severely undervalued. Most valuable stuff is posted for shards anyway. Alright, continuing through. Check my folder. Yep, okay. Trip this guy. Now the holy keen that I'm using is actually not bound, so it technically is subject to damage. But I don't think that the amount of time that I'm going to be using the keen really has anything to do with whether or not it would break, and I'm sure I'll just get some other weapon that I could use. So I haven't really worried about like binding it to account or anything worrisome like that. I feel like she should be moving faster. You know, when you're playing like a monk or you play like an artificer with a 10% action boost with rune arm, you kind of get used to that little extra quick step. And then you go back to like a level 1 and it feels like you're just crawling. I've really enjoyed playing fighters. This one I am planning to run all the way up as a strength-based Dragonlord through epics, and maybe grab a couple of epic past lives. Maybe all the epic past lives I'm looking for, I don't know. But eventually it will be lesser reincarnated into a tank build. So, see how that goes. Take that guy out. Now, I'm not wearing my jade ring with the Master's Gift on it. I've just been lazy about putting one together. I do pick up just the gold. Sometimes I pick up the gems, but that's about it. Alright, here we are. Finish that one. Boom, and yes, and close. Doesn't matter which one I take. Is this the storehouse? Elite. If you could play Korthos on Reaper, I would pick Reaper. It doesn't allow you to go that high. Well, you know what? Pop this guy again. Just so he can do some babysitting on this stuff. Set him too aggressive so he'll go do his work. I don't know why you guys think you can come up and hit me. Got a lot of nerve. Alright, find the little silver key. I know it's here somewhere, it always is. Dumb spiders. There it is, silver key. Not even gonna fight that guy. Oh, I accidentally went the wrong way. Alright, well, let's fight him. And then let's go waste some time opening this chest because I'm a sucker for opening chests, I always have been. Alright, hit that, and moving on. I take the same route back down through because I don't want to deal with more little mobs. Okay. Drop him here, drop that, and go. 1 second. There we go. Okay. Alright, lock him so that he doesn't get in my way while I'm trying to do this puzzle. Boom, boom. And hit that one. And hit that. Did we get them all? Oh, we missed one right here. There you go. And in this case, it's faster to just walk out the front door than it is to use the recall. So, walk out the front door. Alright, what else is happening? Let's do quest completion with Linus. I mean, since I'm not wearing a belt, I'll put it on. Put that stuff on. Alright, there was one more. One more to do. Oh, here we go. Now this is the hardest one to do. Because these guys, there are a couple of them, are designed to attack the crystal directly. They bypass you. And I think that their pathing, when they're spawned, is designed that way. It's like the 5th guy and the 9th guy, pretty much, something like that. So here we are. Between the Trip and the Intimidate, I shouldn't have a problem handling this. But there are some classes that have a real hard time managing all the trouble. Byron can almost solo this, but you have to make sure the crystal's protected. They do a little more damage on Elite too, so there's that. Let that charge up, come on. While he goes there, I think there's one guy right here. Alright, I used Intimidate to draw him off. I'll use the Trip here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, I got a guy who went through. Now we're good. Okay. That should pretty much be the maximum of the threat. See, they're going right for the crystal. It's crazy. There's no way to heal that crystal. There's no way to know how much damage it's taken. I'll wait here. See if there's anybody that comes toward the crystal. The very last guy always spawns in the hallway. But there's that too. And you go ahead and cut him down, and I'll look over here. Four to go. There's the lizard guy. Got a little strike through, so that's helpful. 2 to go. Alright. Byron got that one. There's one more that's going to spawn by that bookcase right over there. But I will grab... Oh, that's a nice one. Look at that. Alright. Spawns right here. Alright. We're done with that one. Going out. Let's talk to Balder. Yes. Assistance, I guess. Because I don't need any other... I've got these really nice bracers on already. The sheltering bracers. I like to keep my equipment lined up here so I can see exactly what I'm wearing / using. Okay. The XP is coming pretty well. Let's go to this list and see exactly what's happening. I will select one. I was thinking of going electrical this time through. There really isn't too much of an advantage for most of anything else. Fire works really well on most things, but electrical works pretty well too, and it's kind of fun. I don't want to use fire every time. I'm gonna go electrical. Alright, what else have we got here? Advantage? No. Nope. Nope. Tactical? Maybe. Should go Ravager, actually. What do we got here? That could be much more handy. Until I get to Dragon Shout. I guess we'll go with Tactical. I feel like going into the Ravager tree could be a better advantage here. It's fine. Accept, close. I did not spend my one that I have left, but I'm just too lazy to do it. Here we go. Elite, enter. Okay, let's go to the door. Let's pop the hireling. This guy walks in. Set ourselves to aggressive. Alright, he runs out the door and we gotta go fight. Strike through is still working even with the longsword, so that's fun. The guy is, I wouldn't say invincible, but pretty close to it. Because of all the Mythic and Reaper bonuses on my starting gear. Here's where we're at. 17 PRR, 21 MRR. Fortification's a little low, but it is what it is. How dare he save on my trip? I do have this healing hands, so if I need it. Where are we at? Let's grab some of this stuff. Do it, Byron. Raid yourself out. Alright, we got him. Search the cellar. I'm a sucker for a cheap chest. There's nothing in here. There never is. There never will be. Hit this one. Bam. Running guy. Boom. Stopped him. Another guy. At some point I will be taking the Stunning Blow feat. On a strength build, it is really good. Right. Hit this. Cool. I'll pop this and I guess rest, you know, just in case I need to grab one back. But I shouldn't need it. Now, if you're really iffy about what's going on in a spot like this, you will have the option to have this, so you can always aid yourself. Put that extra HP onto there. Gives you like a temp HP buffer. Kind of nice to have. Alright, hit this guy. And Drexelhand is in here. Now you have a decision at this point. You can either fight Drexelhand here, and then fight the lizard guy that's after, and get a couple extra, I think it's 200 or so. Or you can fight Drexelhand up there, and then just finish out, because this guy won't walk up the tunnel to find you. Now if your DPS is decent enough, there really isn't any reason not to just go hit the guy and get the 200. Alright, 1, 2, 3, and finish. Bam. Alright, that's good. The collaborator's done. I sure hope Drexelhand doesn't come back as an undead white and track me down in some other future dungeon. Bounce here. Hit this. Yes. Close. There are some cool ones here. Not the axe. This one, the scimitar, is really cool. I used that one time in hardcore, and the 15 temp hit points that it keeps giving you can be pretty helpful. But I'm going to go for, I don't know, just something. It doesn't really matter. And then let's go over here and sell all this junk. Now I hit level 2. Level 2's coming. I'm going to sell all this stuff. Okay. Which means I can switch off from the longsword and start using my nicked greatsword. And I do have that with me, but I got to talk to the fighter trainer first. So pick up all the quests, check the map, see where all the little golden chalices are, deal with that. Find the darn fighter trainer. I don't really remember where they are. In the marketplace I do, but they're all scattered around here in Korthos. There he is. Advance to the next level. Sure. And what I'm going to do is... What have I got? Alright, definitely UMD. I'm going to do my best to bump that. I probably won't get what I want out of it. I love tumbling. I think it's super fun. Intimidate's not going to do me much of a big deal. But I just love tumbling around, so I'm going to put a little bit to tumble. Second wind is going to be super helpful. Okay, what else? What else? Oh, power attack. Absolutely, 100%. So, this defensive fighting, I never was going to use it anyway. But now I will scroll down and I will grab power attack. I'll also grab second wind. Power attack can replace that. And turn it on. I'll switch out my longsword for my nicked greatsword, which I love this thing. It's really cool. And now we are prepared to do a lot of damage. Alright. Did I pick up all the quests? I think there's one more over here. Talk to this guy. Now we're going to do what's called the snowy side of Korthos. In here they call it the sunny side. The snowy side is basically you're just going out to that little mountain area. Let's go out to the snowy side. Now you would think you'd go straight to the quest that you were directed to, but this one always gets in your way, so people typically do this one first. I'll put my feather on. Oh, alright, so I guess I didn't. I accidentally lost it. Now that I got the power attack on, game gets real easy. What happened with my feather ring? I was going to put it on and I just accidentally removed it. There we go. Alright, elite. Let's go ahead and zerg through this. Zerg is another term just for running as quickly as you can. No flower sniffing, no stopping at optionals and all that craziness. You just go through. Alright, there's this guy. Go ahead and ring whatever you're going to ring, because anybody that comes along is going to get wasted. Break all these boxes too. I love swinging a big weapon. It's a lot of fun. What's happening over here? In general, don't open doors. Unless you have a particular reason to open that, don't open that. I'm not going to deal with the poison trap that's over there. I'm just going to go this way, where I can hack my way through and not have to worry about drinking a potion or some wackiness. Do a little circle, a little slash. Looks like Byron did his job, and we continue. Now, here we are here. First stop, this place. Keep breaking all the stuff. Hit the wheel. Look for more boxes. Nope. Okay. Take a wide berth. Make sure Byron doesn't step into the cold snow trap. Okay. We're going to stop Byron right there. Jump past. Hit this. That opens that. Hit this twice. First time. Well, makes a noise. Nothing happened. You know what? Do it again. Alright. Pop the feather fall. Drop down. Turn the feather fall off. And look for the guy. There he is. Oh, I missed the trip. It's okay. No, everybody should have an oh crap button. Mine is this one right here. So whenever you're about to get beat and incapacitated or killed or whatever, you have to have an oh crap button that gives you temp HP or a heal or something. Alright. Strength is pretty good. The swim is high. I'm not even going to worry with water breathing. I'm going to jump it. I will check this door. I think later they come out of this door anyway to come get you, but whatever. They're going to have to come up here and get me then. There's the trip. Little Mephit. Yeah, there they come. They came from the hidden door. I'll let Byron engage so he can take a couple of hits, and then I'll follow him up to finish off the junk. This is going to be winter boots, probably, which are garbage. Oh, Expedia's boots. Not as good as the ones I'm wearing, and I don't want to deal with them, so I'm just going to leave them there. Alright, here's the spider guy. Let's jump past the trap, right up here, and just deal with him up here. And we'll leave Byron down there. You know what, I think you have to do it like this. There we go. That's one. And there's one on this side, too. So that's going to be... I'm trying to remember. I think we go like this. There's probably a couple of ways that you can do this. Yeah, I'm messing it up a little bit, aren't I? Alright. And that's two. So, finish out on that one. Healing up. I really enjoy heroic questing. Just gives you a little sense of peace, doesn't it? Just a little solo heroic questing. Let's bring Byron with us. Jump over this guy. It would be really cool if there was a class that could fight while on a horse. Like, they were able to ride a horse even in a quest. That would be really cool. Like a lancer or a, I don't know, a jouster or something like that. That would be a really interesting dynamic. Alright, elite. I always thought that would be cool if there was a class that had dual shields. So you would basically like the Inquisitive, except it's shields, so you put a shield on and it makes two. And your AC is way up, but you're also only hitting with a shield. I think that the balance could be really fun. You would, of course, use the Vanguard tree, and there could just be some really neat and interesting things you could do if you just had a shield in each arm. Alright, these things are going to follow me, so I'm just going to bump them all as I go, like along the way. I'll stop Byron here so he doesn't get himself killed. Finish that one off. Finish that one off. Circling. Should be another dog down here. I'm going to trip it. There he is. Trip the dog. Pop Byron back. Open the door. We're going to that room right there to hit that valve. There'll be two more dogs here, I think. There's one. And there's the other one. There's a little optional here where you can go and clear, you can open up that and unlock something or whatever and go after a chest. But unfortunately, chests at this level just aren't worth it anymore. So, the power creep kind of killed that idea. Alright. Should be 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's one more behind here. 6. Alright. Now just slam your way through them. And move back to find out what's happening with Lars. Who in the flame are you? Let's do it, Lars.
Who in the flame are you?
You know who I am.
Oh no. The Sahuagin
I'm here to
found
chew
me.
bubblegum. Make sure Byron is on his super angry. I am also on my super angry. Just doing all kinds of damage.
Send so few after me. Stay alert.
I gotcha. Gotcha, Lars. Just go ahead and trip a bunch of those. Take that guy out.
Sahuagin are still blocking our escape. Watch for more attacks.
Watch for more attacks. Yeah, what's that damage? Plus 21. 2d6 plus 21. It's really nice. Just drop some of those guys. Go ahead and finish off that guy.
Sahuagin scum! Keep coming! I won't die that easily.
No, you won't. You also won't shut up. I'm gonna give Byron the aid. Keep Byron moving here.
Now you see what I have to deal with. Once the Sahuagin get your scent, they won't stop until you're dead.
As a Dragonlord, once you get Stunning Blow and then the Dragon Shout, it's real easy to solo stuff. Dragonlord is a lot of fun. Alright, we got them all.
Sahuagin magic is gone.
Is it?
We beat them off. This time.
This time. See you in the next life. Let's do it, Lars.
Go now. Tell Ursa to hold the barricade just a little longer. Then meet Amalgam at the base of Misery's Peak when you're ready.
Man, Amalgam got all beat up. Bam. Ooh, you can't heal Amalgam. Alright. Normally you can. I've healed him before. I don't know what happened. Alright. And maybe after the quest is over you can't heal him. I can remove the ability to put positive effects on them. Okay. Now we have to do a couple of housekeeping quests before we finish out of going straight to Miseries. We're going to do the two. We're going to do Necromancers and Sacrifices. The Necromancer one can be kind of annoying because you have to beat a bunch of skeletons. And their DR against slashing, you know, it's just annoying. But we'll do it anyway. Necromancer on Elite. And we're here. Time to play baseball. Hit that one too. Should be one more right down here. Hit that. Get rid of those. I'm gonna go ahead and break these now because they're just gonna break eventually anyway. I don't want to have to deal with them when I'm trying to finish off Drexelhand. Oh, did I give it away? Sorry, spoiler alert. I would say spoiler alert since 2006, but Korthos wasn't a thing when the game first came out. When the game first came out, you had to work through this little harbor area and get red gems. It was weird. Climb ladders and get gems. Korthos was a fun improvement, I'll give you that. It was nice to have Korthos after a while. Felt like the starting area was more complete, more polished. Would you stop? There we go. What are these guys doing here? Alright, moving on. Halfway through. Pop some skeletons. Knock that down. Take him out. Help Byron do some work. I've got decent strike through for this level. And bouncy. Open that lever. Who's here? This guy. Alright. Got some zombies. Go ahead and finish those off. Hit that lever. Byron, do some work. Lazy hireling, man. Could it be? Is it? Could it be? It's Drexelhand? Back from the dead? Hey, what's going on? Why am I lagging? Hello? Did they just cut the servers? Well. That's really exciting. Come on, man. This is why you can't play hardcore. Yeah, they cut the servers, guys. Completely cut it. Dang. Alright, I guess I have to cut it here. You know, my guy's probably getting beat up and there's nothing I can do about it. He's just standing there getting killed by Drexelhand. Isn't it interesting how the server got cut right here? Isn't that fun? You love that? I love that. Alright. We'll continue the gameplay at another time when I can figure out what the heck's happening with my broken server connection. Thanks for watching, guys. See you later.